Well, I mean, the pseudocode was a good start, but there was a lot of work to do. Actually, it's kind of here's a funny story. Sometime in phase two, I think towards the beginning of phase two, Susanna got an email from someone who complained that he had downloaded our program and it didn't run. And what he had downloaded was the pseudocode, which was never intended to be a computer program, but he had tried to run it on his computer, and surprise, surprise, it didn't work. So the pseudocode at the end of round one was a good kind of dry run in terms of thinking through what this system would need to do. It still was a pretty far removed from what we ended up with at the end of round two. And even what we ended up with at the end of round two, I think actually I'm working on further revisions to it. I guess the analogy I would use is if you're writing an essay, you might start out stream of consciousness, just writing down everything you think of, all the ideas you think of. And maybe there's some organization to it, but it's not an essay yet. And the pseudocode maybe was a little bit like analogous to that stage. It had all the basic ideas, but the organization wasn't quite finalized. And so all those ideas stayed in the final program, but we rearranged how they were organized, how the program goes to each part, and also some of the details about how we make a decision about when to move from one breath phase to another, and the specifics of, how much are we actually going to open the valve at this stage? All that we had to work out from the actual hardware. So the basic ideas were all in the pseudocode. It got reorganized and rearranged quite a bit in the final code. And as I say, that process isn't even done yet. We're still thinking about how to improve it.